So 24.9, we're talking about amino acid catabolism. And I probably said that wrong, but that's okay. A lot of the and ones are all about the same kind of cycles. We're still using the urea cycle. We're still working with NADA, NAD plus, NADA plus. What next chapter we're going to be talking a lot about urea. So there's a lot of things that are going on. So when we do a transaminase, this is an enzyme, and we've got aminotransferases here and here that catalyzes the transfer of an amino group. So transaminase and transamination is an enzyme that catalyzes transfer of an amino acid to a ketone group. So, or to a keto acid. Okay. So the fate of the nitrogen atoms is where we're working here, and that's where our amino acids come in, because it's amine. And urea is what's excreted in our urine. It's a lot of percent of our urine, and we'll talk about that in the next chapter. Okay. There's definitions you need to fill in there. You can get them from the book, but I'm trying to be helpful. Most of it, yeah. Sometimes the book doesn't have quite, I like a lot of the other graphics that I found. They're a little easier to understand. All right, moving on. Oh, Gio, you're killing me, man. She's good.
We should see how many slides you can grab or realize. Amber, do you think our plates are dry?
Okay, so for transamination reaction, we got transaminase or aminotransferase, depending on which way we're going. Takes care of our amino group. So you can sort of see that it just sort of trades places of where it's attached to, what R it's belonging to. So it transfers. We're on the next slide, dude. You got it?
Yeah.
She's way fast. And yeah, probably. Okay, so you can sort of see on this one where it has an actual example, the NH3 and the double bound oxygen have switched places. So you get an alpha keto acid from an alpha ketoglutarate and an L amino acid to an L-glutamate.
His hand cramped up.
His hand cramped up. Okay, so the step one is to remove the amino acid or the amino group in the transamination. We transfer the amino acid of the amino acid to the alpha keto acid. The original AA or amino acid is converted to a corresponding alpha keto acid. That's what we were seeing in the other one, and vice versa. So it can go backwards and forwards. That's meaning where the NH3 was, it's going to be the double bound oxygen. Where the double bound oxygen was, the NH3 was. So they just sort of trade places. Everybody getting that? No, that's just sort of telling you what was going on there. So deamination is the removal of the amino group. from the amino acids such as NH3. Deamination results in the liberation of ammonia for the use of urea synthesis. And the carbon skeleton of the amino acid is converted to the keto acid. So it's just doing the same kind of thing. Deamination may be either oxidative or non-oxidative. So we're looking at the other side that shows an oxidative deamination of amino acid. We take L-amino acid and it becomes alpha keto acid, and ammonia is given off, and water. And the ammonia will be turned into urea, to be excreted. And we're using FADH again, and hydrogen peroxide catalyst. No, she went. Okay, going forward. So, if we were to start with ammonia waste now and add it to bicarbonate, which is one of the buffer systems that we have in our body, we would get carbonyl phosphate from NAG right here coming over synthase. And we start the urea cycle to get urea at the end and redo the cycle over and over again. And I think I gave you everything on that one. Yes. Okay, so this one, I did put the actual formulas because you do need to know the formulas. So I'm going to give you a few seconds so you can actually write the formulas of each of these down, because you do need to be able to recognize the formulas along with the names. And I didn't know. That'll be coming. So so these formulas need to be next to those names. If you do not know these formulas for each of these, you need to know the formulas. So I'm going to give you a few minutes so that you can write down the formulas so you can know what urea is and what all the others are. And I think there's enough room on there that you can fit them in, I'm hoping. You're writing them down.
No, but I'm looking for where they are.
Oh, where they are on the thing. It's a little bit shifted, so the left is actually down on yours. So this right here is pointing out and it's down on yours. So it's a little shifted. It's the same cycle. But urea is pointing down. And you do need to know what urea is. Mm-hmm.
Why are you laughing at me? Come on. I'm supposed to.
I try not to.
I try hard.
I don't even know what that is. What it's pointing at. Like,
What is that?
So this is this. This is this. Does that help? This is this.
crap. There's not enough space. Too much stuff on your space.
Organic molecules, you got to learn to write smaller.
Yeah. So nobody, like, I just came up with this, and they're like, no, you didn't. Yeah, I did. They're like, sure.
Yeah, right. So if it were me, I would probably make myself, and I'm old-fashioned, but I would probably grab some 3x5 cards and just make me a flip chart that I could go back and forth so I could sort of remember what's what on the urea cycle.
Our love is that we have questions about the urea cycle on this test. It's a free test. There's questions about the culture sector. There's only one that mentioned urea.
You might mention it. I don't think it's an answer, though, for the past test.
Should I give us stuff in the next chapter? Because, like, her book is probably different.
A little bit, maybe. Okay, we ready to move on? We got them? Not quite? I can't with you guys. The shoes have been bugging me.
I make trouble during the summer because I never wear shoes and then I forget to put shoes on, so I'll be back at that point, like moving sports and stuff.
And they don't let you in. No shoes, no service.
Well, sometimes they'll let me in. They'll let me go everything.
It's a health department thing. So if the health department's
Because if you have a divorce.
But what if I go to stores all the time?
I bet they'd say something if a girl did.
Yeah, they probably will.
Okay, we ready to go forward?
There's no formic acid.
Yeah, it's formic. It's formic.
Should I just put it somewhere?
It just go. It comes off of after the argin sucking. No, thank you. Argininosuccinonic acid. Are you gonna suck? Okay, we good? All right, here we go. Okay, so what is the primary function of the urea cycle? The urea cycle helps us to dispose of ammonia, and it counts for 90% of the nitrogen-containing components in the urine. It's one nitrogen of urea is supplied by free ammonia. The other comes from aspartate. The carbon and oxygen comes from carbon dioxide. The first two reactions, the urea cycle takes place in the mitochondria, and the remaining reactions in the cytoplasm of the hepatocyte. And there we've got urea again that you need to make sure you understand what urea is. So it's how our body disposes of nitrogen, huh? It's in your pee. The blood takes it to your urine, to your kidneys to be disposed of, and we'll do that next chapter. Next chapter is bodily fluids. Yes, we're going to do a lab with that one. Well, if you do it at college, yeah, you test your own urine, your own blood, your own saliva. We didn't do feces, sorry. That was just too much. Okay, you got down the reasons why its primary function is disposal of ammonia. The other is other things that happen because of that. All right, PKU. Okay, so what is PKU? Does anybody know? They test all the babies. Mm-hmm. Right. So PKU is an inherited error in metabolism. So it's phenylketonuria. It's toxic levels of phenylalanine, a common protein amino acid, due to the inability for the body to convert it. So babies are tested, both bottle and breastfed. I had to censor it. And it can cause mental retardation, convulsions, behavior problems, skin rash, musty body odor, if they have not been diagnosed. So in a minimum of 24 hours after beginning milk, they have to know if they can handle it or not. So they retest again in 7 to 10 days to catch early false negatives. And if they are positive, they can't have meat, dairy products, dry beans, nuts, or eggs, and cereal, fruit, and vegetables in moderation. And I looked at that and went, so they eat water? There's not a lot that they can eat that's not on that isn't on that list. So a healthy person would be able to take this and actually change it to tyramine, which is a one of the amino acids that we need to metabolize. But this person that has the PKU can't do that because this does not work. This is shut down. Okay? So in 10 now, we're looking at amino acid catabolism and the fate of the carbon skeleton. So how are we breaking down the carbon skeleton? And what we do is we have these amino acids that feed the cycle. So leucine, we change to acetyl-CoA, or sorry, acetyl-CoA. Geez, Louise. CoA, and then it goes to acetyl-CoA, and then it can start the citric cycle. The others here sort of shortcut in. So this one only forms acetyl-CoA. This one goes to pyruvate and right in. We have other amino acids that are feeding other parts of the cycle that come in at different points. Okay? But the main product is always going to be glucose that we want to get out, the energy. Good luck. Leucine, phenylalanine. Mm-hmm. There you go. Oh, well, never mind. Yeah, these are all the amino acids. These are all the amino acids. We've already covered all these. So this is just bringing it all back together and where we go and how does it.
That's why.
Yeah.
My friends, they were complaining about like we didn't learn this in psychology. PKU, and I'm like, totally like that. But I'm like, she must have told us.
Yeah, because I haven't taught you PKU till today.
Yeah. So she did teach us. They were just complaining.
Have you had medical anatomy?
Yeah, I have medical anatomy.
So that might cross-curricular.
All of them just go like
Together.
yeah, and then she like says things that aren't right handed. No. Like,
There you go. No.
I got like I think it was 70% on her chemistry test because most of the questions were written wrong.
Ouch.
Did you tell her that she was wrong?
No, I'm not gonna go up and tell her that anything's wrong. She is not very responsive to that. Yeah, I told her that I thought that one of them might be wrong, and then she almost got me because she was mad at me. She didn't. I don't think she likes me. Cause like I don't listen in class where I get 100% on the test.
That's irritating.
Like
That's irritating, Giovanni.
I slept in class.
Oh, that would be really irritating. And then for you to get 100%, that would be just beyond irritating.
100%. But I told her, I'm like, I'm really sorry. I tried to listen to classes because I learned this when I was in like second grade. And she's like, oh, I'll try to be understanding.
Okay, we got these down?
No, I talked to
Giovanni.
oh.
You can just look at mine. You'll actually be able to read mine.
You're saying you can't read mine?
No,
No, I
she said
can't
it
read
was
it.
live.
Oh, you were trying to use his?
I do some makeup words like this.
Well,
That sounds like
my teachers can be really good.
because no, not really. Sometimes I just glance at it and see if the words look right.
Like, gee, a smart, hopefully you know this right.
I actually heard that like kids who write in cursive do better on the test.
Yeah, they're talking about restarting teaching cursive.
My elementary school didn't teach us.
Right. They went through a point where they didn't teach them cursive. It was like, well, how do you sign your name if you don't know cursive? You print your name.
Mine's just scribbles. I think I learned it 1 year, but I didn't.
Oh man, they pounded into our heads. We had it every year in elementary school. Every year. Every year.
My little brother only knows it because his teacher wanted to teach them. Because you can do more when you get it.
We had to do it exactly the way. I hate bees. That's why I just said bees, lowercase bees. It's like, okay, you ready, Giovanni? Okay, going forward. Okay, this is a reminder. Okay, we've got non-essential amino acids and we've got essential amino acids and we've got conditionally essential non-essential amino acids. What does it mean? What does essential and non-essential mean?
One's made in the body, the other.
Right, one we can make by ourselves and the other one we can't. So, glucogenic amino acids are amino acids whose carbon skeleton can be converted I cannot say that word today, to an intermediate used in the synthesis of glucose. Ketogenic amino acids are amino acids where the carbon skeleton can be converted metabolically, there we go, to acetyl-CoA or acetyl-acetyl-CoA. CoA, there we go.
Oh yeah, that was like a conversion thing though. Like I just learned about improper encoding that one. Yeah.
That's how we hear that day.
Wait, what?
They caught
Okay,
Giovanni.
I figured out that a lot of people encoded that wrong. And I was trying to say the same thing when I explained it to them.
Because you taught him that way.
No, because I never told them it. I might have been told by one of them actually. Now that I think of it.
Wait, what is it?
So we're talking about
Oh yeah, that was.
marsupials. And so we decided to look up like something like that. And Giovanni said raccoons are actually native to Europe.
Yeah, I
They're
thought they
actually
were.
invasive species to America.
But it was the other way around.
Yeah, that they were
And then I said,
introduced for like a
Giovanni's
Disney
your
show
dog.
that they just like let them free afterwards. They're like, they used to have raccoon hats when they went trapping here.
Daniel Boone.
And then it finally clicked. Yeah, it's not homo.
Actually, like right when she said it, I'm like, oh, that would make more sense.
The only time I forget.
Okay, we good?
No, you're right a lot.
We got one
Almost.
little, my goodness, when's our next test? Well, if we have like
It opens on the 11th. So this test will go to, by the way, everybody heard that this last test on 23 is extended till the 10th. The 24th test opens on the 11th. And yeah. Okay, did I go too fast?
I go too slow.
Don't throw a fit, my goodness. I know, it's like, whoa. By the way, I have only got one lab notebook in, and that needs to come in with your PCA lab. Okay, I need those in, the GMO. Okay. All right, so biosynthesis of non-essential amino acids. So we need to be able to make these non-essential, use these non-essential ones to get the essential ones. So most of them are tied to the TCA cycle or citric cycle, but there is one that's not. There's one that's not down here that's very important, the one that's not. Okay, so make sure you're able to tell. There are several that are synthesized before the citric acid cycle begins, and the some that are rely on the citric acid cycle. So you need to make sure that you know where they come from. It's so nasty. I'm sorry. What's all that?
No.
Really, if you're on that sex factor, just give me a call. We usually have a dead animal every other day.
You know what?
Remember we
I'm going to grab my sister's backpack.
Those are so gross.
Oh my goodness, her bird is like that?
But they're for here. Yeah. Okay, so our biology teacher had sharks, like dog sharks that were in buckets. Like, if you bought them fresh, it would be fine. But no, she bought here, we dissected them the very last term. So they had been in the buckets with the preservatives for over, like, 7 months. So gross.
Okay, we okay to go forward?
Oh, we're already done?
Yeah.
So then I've just got some fun things. I said you're the good kind of fat. And a healthy outside starts from the inside. And I'm sorry, we just can't be together. Is it because I'm fat? So you need to study, do what you can. We will be having another lab. I'm going to pass out the thing. This one is a little bit more involved lab. Next time, after the SAGE, we'll start it. So this is the isolation of natural products, trimethoprim, and cholesterol. Okay, so we are going to be correcting. I'll have the assignments done as fast as I can. There's only 4 in this section, so make sure you get all 4 done, and I will have the keys up there. I already have the key for assignment number 1. And time is yours to work.
I don't care which one, and she's close.
Handwriting's not good enough for you, Pia?
Fine.
Oh my goodness. We went through